Hi friends, hello. I know I look a little crazy today. I was going for something I think I missed. I don't think I hit the mark exactly where I wanted to with this look. It's not bad. It looks a lot better in person because you can see the colors blended on the eye better. On the camera, it just looks like a blue mess. And the lipstick's a choice, but I just wanted to do something different. So, and especially since school is starting, I'm not gonna be able to do well, I probably could, but I won't do like super crazy looks before I go to class. So we're gonna be a little bit more neutral in videos for the next 3 months or so. By the way, I mentioned this in the end of my last video, but then I've still been getting some questions about it, so I just wanted to like clarify what's going on. I've truly loved being able to post 5 videos a week for you guys the past while. I know a lot of you have commented you love the consistent uploads, and I am so happy you've been loving them, and I've loved creating them and making them and all of that, but unfortunately, I'm just not gonna have time to do that once I start school, and I start school on Monday. So I basically am going to, my new schedule is going to be Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays uploads. So we're stopping Tuesdays and we're stopping Saturdays, which were the other 2. I'm probably gonna try to live stream possibly every Friday night because that's the night I don't have classes, so I might actually be able to do a live stream on Fridays. But for the most part, it's going to be only 3 videos with occasional live streams sprinkled in if there's like any breaking news we want to talk about. Obviously, school for me takes priority, and so if I need to do an assignment or I'm running behind in classes, the amount of videos I post will decrease. Probably during finals week, they will decrease because I'll be stressed and doing other things. But yeah, that's just something. And then in December, it'll pick back up again, I think, for while I'm on break. It'll pick back up to more videos. But yeah, I just wanted to catch you guys up on that because I am starting school on Monday. I'm really nervous. I'm back to school shopping. It was really fun. So today we are going to be doing Sephora VIB sale recommendations. I have a lot, but I also wanted to go through and give you guys my wish list too. So I have a bunch of products in front of me that I'm going to be mentioning, and I'm going to kind of zoom through those and then tell you guys what's personally on my wish list that I haven't tried, but that I'm thinking about picking up. I already placed one order, but I'm going to place a couple. So yeah, let's just go right through. I'll start with primer, and mind you, it's Sephora. This isn't like Ulta. So a lot of these products are expensive. They're a little bit more bougie. If you're on a really money saving grind, I'm going to do a whole like Ulta video when 21 Days of Beauty happen, which is soon, I believe. If you want my opinion on higher end stuff that may be worth the splurge, that's what this is. So I'm gonna start with one of my favorite primers of all time, but I always feel bad mentioning it because it is expensive. This is the YSL Touchy Clot Blurring Primer. It is $52, I believe. This primer though is actually life-changing. I love it so much. I save it for special occasions because I don't want to just like use it. But I think with the, oh my God, are you okay? With the $52, I think with that 20% off, that would be what? We're gonna be doing a lot of math in this video. With 20% off, this would be around $40, which is still pricey for a primer, but it puts it in the range of like Becca, and there's a difference between high-end and luxury to me, and this puts it at a high-end price, not a luxury price. So that's something to think about. This is a really good primer. I really like it. For foundations, the only foundation I can think of, there's 2. I guess I'll just show you the other one too. They're both in very similar price ranges, I think. The Fenty Beauty foundation is my holy grail foundation. I haven't really been wearing it because it's been summer. I know that some people hate this. For me, my skin is very normal. I don't have super oily or super dry skin. This looks beautiful on me. The only time I ever get compliments on my foundation is literally when I wear this foundation. Like, I get so many compliments in person. People think my skin looks so good. So this is, and it's $34 normally. So with 20% off, this would be $28 with the 20% off discount, which is a really good. And then the other one I have is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting. I actually might pick both of these up because I'm running low on both of them and they're my favorite foundations. The Clinique Beyond Perfecting 2-in-1. This is normally $28. Is it bad that I just know the price of these right off the top of my head? And that would make this $23, which is like, I think that's such a good deal for these foundations. Like the 20% off for things like this really makes the difference to me, because the difference between like almost $30 and then $22, which is like the price of a high-end mascara, is so good for me. So I would recommend picking up either one of these 2. I think they're both fantastic. This one's a lot more full coverage and this one's a lot more medium to full coverage. You can like build it up or dress it down a little. But yeah, I love both of these a lot. Okay, the only concealer I have, you guys might be annoyed because they actually did send these to me, like full disclosure. So I can't be like, oh, I bought this with my own money. So you have to take what I say with like a grain of salt, obviously. But First Aid Beauty sent over their Hello Fab Bendy Avocado Concealer, and I've been loving it so much. I wear it every single day. I'm not even kidding. If you look in the description box of like pretty much all of my past videos, I'm pretty sure this is in it. I have been obsessed with this, and it's $22 normally. So the sale price would be somewhere around $18, which I think is such a good deal. I just think that's such a good deal. This is such a good concealer. I genuinely really have been loving it. I meant to put it in like, I think I did talk about it in a recent video, but I've been really loving this and obsessed with it. So the only powder pressed powders, I don't really buy expensive pressed powders because I don't think they're worth it, but loose setting powders, some of them can be worth it. One I think in particular that's worth it is the Too Faced Peach Perfect setting powder. I love this powder so much. I love it so much. I think it's 34 or 32 normally. If you have problematic under eyes, this is amazing. It's so finely milled and like nice. It kind of reminds me of the Laura Mercier, but it's a little bit more light. Like the Laura Mercier is a little bit cakey. I hate describing setting powders because it's a setting powder. Normally this is $33. With the 20% off, it would be $27, which is still kind of expensive for a powder, but this has lasted me a very long time. I still have like, I think half of it left, and I use this so much. It really lasts a long time, and I really like this. It smells good. It works so well. I used it on my under eyes today, and my under eyes always look fantastic when I use this, so I would definitely recommend this. So for contour and bronzer, so this contour powder I've talked about before because I'm angry at it. Because it's so good. The formula is like legitimately, again, they sent this to me, so like take it with a grain of salt, whatever. But I truly, the reason the products that I talk to you guys about that are sent to me that I talk about repeatedly, that are like, those are products that I use in my day-to-day life, not just when I'm filming videos. Like I use this almost every day in my day-to-day life. I use this almost every day in my day-to-day life, and that's why I recommend it to you guys. And nobody pays me to like talk about it. This is the Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder. It is the size of an eyeshadow, and it makes me so angry because it would have been so easy to just put more product in it. So it's normally $44, but with the sale, it would be $36, which little bit better, still way overpriced for the size of an eyeshadow, but like a little bit better. And honestly, this is just such a good powder. It's so good. I hate how good it is. Like I genuinely hate how good it is. But it's so good. It's such a good the finish is so beautiful. I think they have 3 shades. They have light, medium, and deep. I have the shade light, and it works really well for me. So if you're similar to my skin tone, it's just such a beautiful contour. It's cool without being too cool. Provides like the perfect shadow effect that you want in a I just love this. I love this so much. Another thing I wanted to mention is something I've mentioned on my channel a bunch. This is NARS Laguna. This is like my favorite high-end bronzer. You just can't. It's so good, but it is kind of pricey. I think it's $40, which is pretty expensive. So this would be $32, which I think for the amount of product you get, I've had this since Christmas, so like 8 or 9 months ago, and I've not even come close to hitting pan, and I use this all the time. Like this is like pretty much my everyday bronzer is what I use with this. Sometimes I'll switch it up, but this is definitely my favorite. I just think for the amount of, how much product do you even get? 0.28 grams of product. I don't know if that's a lot or not. I don't know. I even looked because I don't know anything about that. But I will say I think this is a really good product, a really good bronzer. If you're looking for a good higher end bronzer, I don't think you can go wrong with this. I didn't have any blushes to recommend. All of the blushes I like are at Ulta. So moving on. Oh, I wanted to talk about skin. I forgot to do this at the beginning. I should have done this at the beginning. I would highly recommend, if you're looking for a good new moisturizer, to check out the Saturday Skin Featherweight Moisturizer. You guys can see I have been using this literally, how much is this? I think it's like 50 bucks. It's $49 normally, so with the 20% off. That puts this at about 40 bucks, which I don't think is that bad for a really good moisturizer. And I will say I've had this I've had this since before I moved apartments, I think. God, how long ago? I've had this for a really long time, and it's still, I use this so often, and it's still not running out of product. I really like this moisturizer. I think it is so good. I cannot say enough good things about this one. I also like their Waterfall Glacier Cream. I use both of them. I like the Waterfall Glacial Cream, but it's a gel-based formula, so I don't know if that's going to work for everybody. Whereas this, I think, would work for literally any skin type. I really like this. This is another thing they sent to me. I feel bad that I bring up things people sent to me, but like, it's because I use it so much that I want to like tell you guys about it. But at the end of the day, I didn't pay my money for it, so take it with what you will. Oh, let's talk about this really quick. This is the Tarteist Pro Glow palette. Mine is destroyed because I travel with it and bring it everywhere with me. I really like this palette. I think it was kind of slept on, to be quite honest. Let's see how much it costs. $45 normally. It would be $36 roughly after the 20% off. I use this frequently. The contour shade in it, the cream contour is okay. It's like not the best, but this contour shade, the powder contour, is really, really, really good. And all of the highlights are stunning. Everyone I've recommended this to and everyone I've like given it, like I gave it away and stuff too. I gave an additional one of this away. Everyone has loved it so far. I just think it's a really solid like contouring and highlighting palette, especially if you travel. This shade did break on me when I traveled, but I'm very clumsy and drop everything, so it's probably not the palette's fault. This is a solid palette. It's really, really good. While we're at it, highlights. The highlighters I wanted to mention are two of just my favorite formula. A lot of the stuff I'm mentioning is not new by any means. It's just stuff that like I think would be worth it for the 20% off. Any Becca highlighter, I don't think you can go wrong with Becca highlights. I'm probably gonna pick up the little mini vanilla quartz during the sale because I've been eyeing it for so long, and I think it's like $19. I want to get the mini because I know I don't need another full-size Becca highlight. I bought Moonstone it's over a year ago, probably like almost 2 years, because I got it for Christmas in 2016, and I've hit pan on it, you can see, but like it's lasted a long time. And Prosecco Pop is actually what I'm trying to pan, and you can see I have a dent in it, but like they last a really long time. And the formula of the Becca highlights is really, really, really fantastic. I love both of these a lot. Yeah, I really like those Becca highlights. And the other thing I wanted to mention for highlights would be the Fenty Beauty highlights. I just think this formula is so good. I can't speak to the newer ones that came out, like the newer colors, but this original, the split pan that had like the light pink. I actually was thinking about picking up the one that has fire crystal in it. I also have Trophy Wife, which I think is such a cool shade. Like, I don't know. I think it's really cool. I like both of these. I like the Fenty Beauty highlighter formula. I think it's really stunning without being too crazy. Really, really nice. Really cool. So this is the Tartelette and Bloom palette. I know this is old and I know that this is like tired. This is just a good, especially if you're looking, I feel like a lot of people feel like, I think everybody assumes that like everybody just does makeup already and I don't want to assume that all of you guys have a neutrals palette. So I picked two neutrals palette that I would highly recommend if you're looking for that. Tartelette and Bloom has been my go-to travel palette and just my go-to everyday palette when I'm in school since I bought it. It's literally the perfect everyday palette. Absolutely perfect. You can go a little bit smokier if you want to, or you can I usually keep it pretty light. Such a good palette, just so good. The packaging is like 10 out of 10 too. Like this is stunning. And the formula is so easy to work with, so blendable. You can create an eye look in like 2 seconds if you need to. If you're just running out the door and you're running late, I would highly recommend this. This is $46 normally, I believe. So it would be $37 with the 20% off, which is like, again, lowering. And then we also have, of course, Soft Glam. I love this palette. It really is the modern Renaissance formula in a neutrals palette, which is exactly what I personally wanted and like. I use this frequently. I've had this for not super, super long, and you can see each shade has definitely been used. I use this frequently. This is kind of almost replacing my Tartelette and Bloom, but nothing will ever replace this. I love this palette so much. But both of these I think are really solid neutral palettes. You really can't go wrong with. They're just both really, really solid, good palettes. I personally think if you are looking to get something sparkly, you cannot go wrong with the Stila Magnificent Glitter or whatever thing, whatever the glittery ones, not the metallic ones, the glitter ones. I don't think you can go wrong with a Stila glitter. This is if I had to pick out of my entire collection, my absolute favorite thing, like my favorite thing of everything, it would be the Stila glitters. These are so, I use them so much and they're so good. The formula is just amazing. It's literally using a loose glitter without all the hassle of a loose glitter. I'm probably gonna pick up like 2 of these during the sale just because I'm taking advantage of the 20% off deal. These are so good. They're so good. I have Smoldering Satin, Smoky Storm, and Gold Goddess. I will say, I think Smoky Storm is probably my favorite out of the 3 that I have. I think this one is like really, really, really good. I'm a huge fan of this one. I think because it's a very neutral glitter, so it goes with a lot of different looks, which is nice. Yeah, I love that. Nobody should be surprised. I 1000% think you should use this 25% off sale to save your eyes, save your lower lash line, and get the Marc Jacobs gel liner. I've been telling you guys for months. I know some of you have listened to me, but I'm so like sorry that I keep pushing this, but I believe in this product. I would do a commercial for this product and not be paid, just to get the message out that I believe in this product. I believe so hard that this is not even good. This is the best eyeliner in the world to me. I love it so much. It's gonna be 20 bucks too, which is like so normal. I know I sound crazy, but like I am just so excited about this being on sale and people being able to buy it at a cheaper price. I'm not gonna buy a new one because I have a mini that I'm trying to pay on by the end of the year. This I bought at the last 20% off sale. It would have been like last 20% off. Oh my God, that was so long ago. Last 20% off sale, I bought this. Literally. Oh, it's so good. It's just so good. I had such, like, under eyes was always so painful doing my lower lash line, and this makes it, I can never go back to not a gel eyeliner after this. I can never. I had to use a pencil for like a video I was doing, and it physically made my eyes hurt. Like, this is so good. So good. Just get it, please. It's so good. Yeah, that is my recommendation portion. Now we're gonna go into my loves list, and I'm gonna put stuff up on the screen. I really wanted to show you guys stuff that I'm thinking about buying, and I'll tell you what I already bought because I did already buy something. So I did buy the Jouer Cosmetics Blush Bouquet Dual Blush Palette. I bought mine in the shade Flirt, which had like a brighter pink and a really light pink in it, because I thought those are two colors I don't necessarily have a lot of. I'm really excited. I bought it and it came to, I think, $25 with tax, and I get free shipping at Sephora. I was really excited about that one. And that was definitely the first thing I wanted to like scoop up. I'm just really excited. I wanted those for a really long time, but I never wanted to pay shipping and buy from Jouer and have to deal with all the stuff with it. So to get to buy it at Sephora with the free shipping and at the 20% off sale just felt like perfect for me, and I've wanted to try those blush duos for a really long time. They look beautiful. I'm so excited. Also on my wish list, and again, I want to make it very clear, I am not buying all of this stuff. I am a student. I don't have a ton of money. I don't have a ton of disposable income. Like, I'm not buying everything that's on this list. Just things I'm thinking about. I think I'm gonna go for it. I may not go for it. I may go for it. This is like, I'm just talking about this. The Milk Blur Set Matte Loose Setting Powder, the new setting powder that Milk Makeup just came out with, is something I'm incredibly interested in. I'm just always looking for good under eye setting powders, even if they are a little bit more expensive, because my under eyes are so problematic. My under eyes are like the Laura Lee of my face. That was mean. They are just incredibly problematic and just they give me so many issues. The more setting powders I can find that work for me, like the better my life is gonna be. So I'm always looking for that. Next thing on my list, I think I'm definitely going to buy this, is the Marc Jacobs Omega Bronzer Coconut, like the coconut bronzer. Normally it's $50. With the sale, I think it comes down to $40, which is a lot more palatable. That's the price of like my NARS Laguna bronzer. It's a lot more palatable than $50 for a bronzer, because that feels like a lot. So I think I've been wanting that for so long, and I've put it in a bunch of videos talking about it. And I just worry I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna hate it, because I've lusted. I have so many expectations for this bronzer to be like the best bronzer I've ever had in my life, and I'm so worried it's not gonna be. But like, I think I'm gonna do it. We're gonna take the plunge. Next, one of you guys actually recommended this to me, and I think I am gonna go through with it. The Natasha Denona highlighter. I really like the shade Nude Champagne. One of my subscribers, I think her name's Derry. I follow her on Twitter. She's super pretty and she's super nice. And she buys all this makeup, and I live for her hauls. Like, she has all this beautiful makeup. And she recommended Natasha Denona highlighters, because I asked her, I was like, are these good? She was like, yes. So I want to get the shade 2. It's the light medium Nude Champagne. The lightest one looked a little too light, and the darkest one looked a little too dark. So I think the Nude Champagne is gonna, I like champagne-y highlighters too. I know I have enough highlighters. This is like my one time a year to like splurge on expensive things and not feel too bad about it. So I think we're gonna do that. I definitely think I'm gonna pick up the Too Faced Born This Way Super Coverage Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. This has been going around the beauty community, this concealer. Everybody is raving about it and saying it is like the best concealer since Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm interested. I don't love Too Faced. They're not my favorite brand, but if something is a good product, it's a good product. So I definitely want to try this one out. I think I would get the shade Vanilla, because that just seems like a good shade for me, honestly. I'm interested to see about this one. I really am. I also have on here the Tatcha, the Silk Canvas Protective Primer. This one is very high up on the list. I am very intrigued by this Tatcha primer. I know I put it in an anti-haul, but that was at the 50, so I just buy it. I wouldn't buy it at 52, but I would buy it at 42. everyone just says this is like the best, most amazing, a beautiful, perfect, it makes your skin perfect primer. So I want to know if it is. I'm crazy, but I've been super, super interested in that one. So I definitely want to look into that. I have a bunch of highlighters on here, like so many highlighters. Let me just list them. I have Burberry highlighter in the shade Rose Gold, which looks stunning. I think Burberry highlighter, I think that would be like really beautiful and gorgeous. I also have a Makeup Forever highlighter on here. I have the ones with the little like divots in it. I've never tried Makeup Forever highlighters, but I've heard really, really, really good things about them. So I'd be interested to see if that's like worth the hype. I have the Ciate London Glow 2 highlighter in Moon Dust Pink. That I just want to try something from Ciate. That's honestly the only reason that's in there. I also think as far as setting sprays go, the only one that I'm still interested in that I haven't gotten is the Glam Glow Glow Setter makeup setting spray. I've heard really, really amazing things about that. With the Glam Glow setting spray, I actually really, really, really like and would be very interested in trying. And then I think we're almost done. As far as primers go, the only real primer I've yet to try that I want to is the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. And the same thing actually goes for their Hourglass Foundation Stick. I would really love to try the Hourglass Foundation Stick. I've heard it is like the best, and I've actually been really into foundation sticks lately. So I'm debating picking that up, and I'm also debating picking up the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. Yeah. So that's pretty much everything on my wish list. I kind of wanted to zoom through that. I know that was really quick, but that's just things I'm like thinking about, my reasons for kind of wanting it, picking stuff up. My recommendations is more what I wanted to do because I've actually tried these and I can tell you guys that I think they're good. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video and have fun shopping, but don't go too crazy. You don't have to buy everything. I am really trying to limit myself to 5 things because that's already going to be like over $100, which is insane. So I'm really trying to limit myself this year to not go too insane with everything. I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, or just subscribe, or do neither. I'm honestly just so happy you're watching. Thank you. I'm going to be linking all of this stuff down below with my magic links, and I do make a commission from those, so do not feel like you have to buy through them. But I'll have everything linked down below. Also down below is my Twitter, my Patreon, and Instagram? I don't know. I don't really post on Instagram, so I feel bad plugging it, but like if you want to follow me on Instagram, I get a lot of messages on Instagram and I love answering them. So I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And I hope you guys, I'm sad that this is going to be like the last of the 5-day-a-week videos for a while. But I'll see you guys Monday, and then Wednesday, and then Friday. And then that's it. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!